Good morning, children. To continue with this lesson, first I thank Mr. Balaji who had given you introduction about nutrition and have explained the various types of nutrition such as carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals. The food that we eat contain all these nutrients. It refers to balanced diet. This will maintain good health. If any one of the nutrient is absent, that means lacking it leads to malnutrition and causes deficiency diseases. That is, if protein is lacked, it leads to kwashiorkor and marasmus disease. And if iodine is lacking, thyroid and goiter. Then if iron is lacking, it leads to anemic. Vitamins is lacking, night blindness, rickets, etc. Now let me continue this lesson with the topic food hygiene. Food hygiene are the conditions and measures necessary to ensure the safety of food from production to consumption. Food can become contaminated at any point during slaughtering or harvesting, processing, storage, distribution, transportation and preparation. Food spoilage is an undesirable change in the normal state of food and is not suitable for human consumption. Signs of food spoilage includes a change in appearance, change in color, texture, unpleasant odor or undesirable taste. The item may become softer than normal. If mold occurs, it is often visible externally on the item. Bacteria and various fungi are causes of spoilage and can create serious consequences for the consumer. Main causes of food spoilage: physical changes, temperature, mechanical effects caused by the inappropriate transport, handling and storage. Biological factors. Microbiological factors is caused by bacteria, yeast and molds. Macrobiological factors are rodents, insects, birds, parasite. Finally, biochemical factor is caused by enzymatic reaction. Food preservation. Food preservation prevents the growth of microorganisms or other microorganisms as well as slowing the oxidation of fat that cause rancidity. Food preservatives. Rancidity. Food preservation may also include processes that inhibit visual deterioration such as enzymatic browning reaction in apple after they are cut during food preparation. Methods of food preservation. Among the oldest method of preservation are drying, refrigeration and fermentation. Modern methods include canning, pasteurization, freezing, irradiation, smoking and cold storage. Drying. Drying is a method of food preservation in which food is dried. Drying inhibits the growth of bacteria, yeast and mold through the removal of water. Refrigeration. The term refrigeration means cooling a space, substance or system to lower and or maintain its temperature below the ambient one. In other words, refrigeration is artificial cooling. Energy in the form of heat is removed from a low temperature reservoir. Irradiation. Food irradiation is a technology that improves the safety and extends the shelf life of food by reducing or eliminating microorganisms and insects. Like pasteurizing milk and canning fruits and vegetables, irradiation can make food safer for the consumer. What are the benefits of food eradication? Disease causing germs are reduced. nutritional value of the food is preserved, decreases incidence of foodborne illness, reduced spoilage in global food supply, increased level of quality assurance. Fermentation. Fermentation in food processing is the process of converting carbohydrate to alcohol or organic acid using microorganism, yeast or bacteria under anaerobic condition. Fermentation usually implies that the action of microorganism is desired. The science of fermentation is known as zymology. How fermentation preserves food. The desirable bacteria cause less deterioration of the food by inhibiting the growth of the spoiling types of bacteria. Some fermentation process lower the pH of food, preventing harmful microorganisms to live with too acidic environment. Canning. Canning is a preservation method that involves placing food in jars or similar container and heating them to a temperature that destroys microorganisms that cause food to spoil. During this heating process, air is driven out of the jar and as it cools, a vacuum seal is formed. The expiry date may last from 2 to 5 years from the manufacture date. Pasteurization. Pasteurization is a process of heat treatment of liquid food products. Example, for preservation of milk and beverages, this process also involves boiling the milk to a temperature of 63 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes and suddenly cooling to destroy the microbes present in the milk. Freezing is one of the widely used method of food preservation. This process involves storing the food below 0 degrees Celsius at which microorganism cannot grow. Chemical reaction are reduced and metabolic reaction are also delayed. How does freezing affect food quality? Freezing will not improve inferior food. If the food is fresh of top quality and frozen using proper procedure, the effect on quality will be minimized as long as the food remains solidly frozen at a constant temperature or below 0 degree Fahrenheit. Smoking is a method of cooking meat and other food over a fire. Wood chips are added to the fire to give a smoky flavor to the food. The drying action of the smoke tends to preserve the food. Cold storage. It is a process of storing the perishable food such as vegetables, fruits and fruit product, milk and milk product, etc. at low temperature. Preserving the food products at low temperature slows down the biological and chemical reaction and prevents its spoilage. Addition of preservatives. Preservatives are added to food to help prevent or slow spoilage due to bacteria, mold, fungi or yeast, as well as to slow or prevent changes in the food color, flavor or texture, delay rancidity, maintain freshness. Types of preservative. There are two types of preservative method: natural and artificial preservatives. In natural preservatives, salt, sugar and oil are used as food preservative. Addition of salt. It is one of the oldest method of preserving food. Addition of salt removes the moisture content in the food by the process of osmosis. This prevents the growth of bacteria and reduces the activity of microbial enzyme. Meat, fish, gooseberry, lemon and raw mangoes are preserved by salting. Salt is also used as a preservative in pickles, canned food, etc. Addition of sugar. Sugar, honey is added as a preservative to increase the shelf life of fruit and fruit products like jam, jellies, squash, etc. The hygroscopic nature of sugar, honey helps in reducing the water content of food and also minimizing the process of oxidation in fruits. Addition of oil. Addition of oil in pickles prevents the contact of air with food. Hence, microorganisms cannot grow and spoil the. Next one is synthetic preservative. Synthetic food preservative like sodium benzoate, citric acid, vinegar, sodium metabisulfate and potassium bisulfate are added to food products like sauces, jam, jellies, packed food and ready to eat food. These preservatives delay the microbial growth and keep the food safe for long duration.